Why, hello there, my lovies. How y'all doing? I came today with another exercise, an exercise that'll bring you some money. This is an imagination exercise because we all know that our imagination is powerful. Our imagination is where we get what we want. First, we imagine it, then we believe in it, and then we receive it. So, I have discovered a way to get checks in your mailbox. Checks delivered to you from known and unknown sources. Checks that will come out of nowhere. Okay, if you guys remember, I had an experience at the beauty supply shop when I was depressed about my name. I hated my name. I didn't want my name to be what it was. And when I walked into the beauty supply store, I was blessed with two wigs, one with the name Tasha on it, one with the name Tally on it. And my name is Latasha Tally. So at that moment, I was taught that everything around me is alive. Everything around me is aware of my entrance. Everything around me is aware of my energy, and everything around me aligns to how I'm vibrating. No matter what level I'm vibrating on, my surroundings are very aware of how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. So I was taught in this moment that you are not your name, that the phrase in the Bible, command you me, means you command you to go out and do the things that you wanted to do concerning you, meaning you can talk to your name, you could tell your name to get up and go do certain things. So I began to practice that with my name. So I created a letter saying that it was from the universe and that they were watching me and they knew my name and they wanted to send blessings to me, to my address, for my hard work and dedication, and just to help me out as some good aid, right? So that's when I started receiving the checks. I received about 5 checks, and each check wasn't a huge check, but it was real money that I could deposit into my checking account. And I made videos about checks in the mail, how you can get checks to actually come through the mailbox. Now, the thing with me is I received those it was 5 or 6 checks, and then I just stopped completely. And I'm thinking that I was selfish in my stopping because it wasn't coming like I wanted it. It wasn't coming like I expected it. But I have to remind myself that God's thinking is not like mine. I am trying to be like Him. I am trying to let Him run the show. I am trying to practice what it is to be Him, to be in Him, to be controlled by Him, to follow Him, to follow His will, His path, because I feel like mine was already created for me. And the reason I'm hitting bumps in the road is because I'm trying to do things by myself, which give me single eye vision. And I'm not using my surroundings. I'm not using everything God created for me. This world was created for us, to support us and to serve us. We are the dominant ones down here. The world is under us. We have power and dominion over all things down here. And it took me a minute to get it. But when I got those 5 checks, it was one for like $26. One for, I think, $78. The biggest check I got was maybe $140. Then I would get a check for $56. So I wanted some big money. I wanted big money, but I missed the lesson in the whole thing. What I had going was emotion. It was a rhythm, and I broke the freaking rhythm when I stopped doing it, because when I stopped doing it, the checks stopped coming. So just imagine if I would have stayed in that state, if I would have stayed in that frequency, ain't no telling how many checks I would be getting right now. And ain't no telling how big the number would have changed on the checks, right? So I was sitting here thinking the other day, like, why do we start things and then when we see they work for us, we stop? you seems like we would keep doing something. If we seen that it worked for us, we'll just keep doing it, right? So this was my thought. And the other day I said, you know what? Let me get back on my checks in the mail thing, because it seemed that I was really good with that. Like, I didn't really have to try hard, because I kind of had the basics down. I kind of understood what I was doing. So now I have to be in my spirit. Doesn't matter how much it is, as long as it's happening. It needs to keep happening, because money adds up, all those amounts added up. But I was getting them like maybe 2-3 weeks apart. So it kind of got irritating to me. So I kind of left it alone, because I felt like it would chump change. But I didn't have a right to say that, because the universe was responding to me. My mailbox was responding to me, because I gave my mailbox a command. I told my mailbox to deliver me good things. Don't bring me no bad news. Deliver me good things. My mailbox obeyed me so good to when I did get bad news, I needed the bad news, because I needed to know that there was other steps I needed to take. But instead of giving it to me, sending it to me through my mailbox, it went to another address that I lived in years ago for some reason. So I didn't find out until the end that I had a letter sent out, but it went to the wrong address. And it took me a year and maybe 6 months to straighten that situation out. It just got straightened out a couple of months ago, because I got off the plan. So I'm learning to word my words carefully, because the very spit in your mouth is called your primordial waters. The very water in your body is called the primordial waters. That is your fountain of youth. Your words are alive, right? Your words are soaking in this eternal water. So when you get ready to speak them, they come through the water, through your vocal cords, and out of your mouth. It still hit primordial waters when it's coming out of your mouth. That's why everybody spits when they talk. You can't help but spit when you talk, because you're speaking life. You're moistening everything. You're giving it nutrition. You're giving it substance. So you have to watch your intent when you say your words and speak your words, and make sure you pick your words carefully, because those words are not going to come back void. They're going to bring whatever intent you put out on it. It's going to bring it to you. So I have to be careful of how I think about myself. Like, I wouldn't call myself fat. I wouldn't call myself out of shape. I wouldn't call myself ugly. I wouldn't say, oh, I don't deserve this and I don't deserve that, because coming through my primordial waters, I'm going to get exactly what I'm asking for. So I speak life through these primordial waters. And look, I keep getting healed. Look, I keep my youth up. I keep getting good results, because I'm being more careful. I'm actually thinking before I let words out when I can. I can't do it all the time. But when I'm aware, I'm freaking aware. So I want y'all to see a letter that I created, and I'm going to show you the results that I got from this very letter. I hang it on my wall so I can see it, right? And then when I check my mailbox, I feel nervous when I'm checking my mailbox. I'm like, oh, this is a big one, this is a good one, this is a good one. And when I check my mailbox, I have checks in the mail, but I stopped. So I wanted to start this back up again, because I found I was good at it. I found that it was working, and I had this lesson down pat. So I went back to the beginning, back to my first love. You know what I'm saying? I went back to where it was working for me, and a lot of y'all have done it. So you need to think, if you was doing something and something was working out for you, why did you stop? And if you stop and things ain't working, you need to go back. You need to remember. You need to revisit. You need to probably start back doing that very thing that was blessing you. So this is the letter that I wrote to bring me this manifestation that I'm about to show y'all. Now check this out. You know how they always have the postage paid, they always have the information in the corner. So I tried to make this look like a postcard, like these two postcards right here. So I put Attorney General of Blessings from the Universal Multi-State Settlement. So it's like the Attorney General of Blessings versus the Universal Multi-State Settlement. P.O. Box 1111. Everybody knows this is an angel number. Whenever you look up and you see 1111 somewhere, that means the universe is open to you for 60 seconds. Hurry up and claim it, baby. Hurry up and claim it. And when you claim it, and it's already done for them for like 60 seconds. Just hold it for 60 seconds and be grateful, be thanking. And then after that is the time frame has closed, because then it'll turn to 1112. Okay, this is what I wrote. Important notice from your Attorney General about the Universal Multi-State Settlement. Now, right here in the middle, I have my name, my address, my complete address right here. I'm not going to show you guys that part. But this is what I wrote. You qualify to receive a huge payment for the hard work and dedication you have portrayed in the building and uplifting of the kingdom. You need not do anything to receive this payment. A check will be mailed to you at this address. That is all I did, y'all, and I hung it up on my wall. I went to the mailbox the other day and I pulled this out. This is a class action settlement that I will be receiving really soon. And it's from a place called Plaid or something like that. I have no idea what Plaid is, but I'm going to show y'all what the front of this card looks like. Covering up my address. Okay, I covered up my address. Now see that little thing in the corner with the postage, first class postage? And this is where it's coming from. Notice of class action settlement. And I got this maybe a month ago, right? So here it is, a month ago I did this, and when I checked my mailbox, I received this today. Let me show y'all this one. Put my hand right here to block my address. Attorney General of Georgia versus Navient Multi-State Settlement Administration. This is concerning the student loan, y'all. I was duped out of my student loan. I was treated at the school that I went to, and these jokers been bothering the mess of They've been bothering the mess out of me about paying this student loan, and I have written them and written them and written them. So on the front of this card, I put student loan canceled, effective immediately. I just got this in the mail today. Now, this is my story. It says that at a certain time, I will be receiving a payment of $260. So this means if I am eligible to receive a payment from the Navient Multi-State Georgia Settlement, that means my name is on the list for when they get rid of the bootleg student loans. I'm already qualified. I'm already in the making. Now, the significance of that card is, we were talking about getting a home, and you know, when you get your home, you want your credit to be A1. And the main thing hurting me on my credit is this student loan. So my husband was like, well, we can start paying these student loans. I know you saying you waiting on God and everything, but sometimes we need to move and do it. Like, we think God gonna do it, but God be waiting on us. I said, nah, I haven't found that to be true. I said, you do you. You worry about how you gonna strain your stuff out. But me, I'm on an experiment. And my experiment, if God want me to believe in him and trust him, he gonna have to do everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I said, think about this. Why did he tell Judas to leave his change purse? You leave your change purse, meaning everybody in this group don't have money, and Jesus didn't have money. So how were these people going to eat? How were they going to be taken care of? There was a way. Jesus knew something. If he said, leave your change purse at home, meaning when you follow me, you taking care of everything done. You don't have to stress and worry about what you gonna eat, what you gonna wear, how you gonna pay this, where you gonna live. Are you gonna have proper shelter? Are you gonna have proper clothing? You're going to get the best. And I say the best. And then I said, look at my situation. I got bumped up to #1 on a 20-year hard waiting list. People been waiting 15, 10 years, 5 years. It only took me a month and 2 weeks. I got bumped up. I didn't pay anything for this heart surgery. It was programmed, set up to take care of the price for me and the cost. My medication is like $7,000 a month. Y'all, I don't spend 2 pennies to get this medication. This high-powered, expensive medication that nobody really could not afford. Even if you was making the money, that'll be eating up your money. I said, look at the good health care I get. I go to St. Joseph. St. Joseph was Jesus' father. It's a Catholic hospital. They pray all the time. You got reminders of Jesus everywhere you walk. The Christ is the Christ. And I said, I have Christ. I have his thinking. I have his essence. I have his messages inside of me. I get what he's saying. So I am him. I am one. I am considered a child of God, and nobody else can claim me. Nobody else could handle me but God. So I had to belong to God, because I can't fit in nowhere else. I am so glad that Christ understands me and I understand Christ. But these words that I'm putting on paper are still coming from me. It's coming through my primordial waters. Even though I thought the words in my head, right? I could see what I wanted to write. So I wrote them down on paper, which paper is wood connected to the trees. You know what I'm saying? Then I put it in ink so it would be scribed. It would be permanently. And look at my manifestation. I manifested 2. A class action lawsuit and what this other one called? A multi-state lawsuit. So I didn't even know that it was a difference. It's a class action and a multi-state one. So however, whyever, it does not matter. So I was telling my husband, you do you. Don't worry about me. My stuff is taken care of. If God can take care of me so good with this heart, what the heck is a bill? What the heck? What is debt? If I am God and God is me, we are one, then that means I'm a God in debt. God is God in debt. Would you serve a God who got debt? Would you serve a God who was iffy and could do something, then can't do something? This God I serve can do all things. The impossible is his favorite. He marvels in the impossible. And he marvels out of making something out of nothing and making nothing something. So I'm thinking like him. Can you imagine God with a student loan debt? First of all, him being a student anyway, paying somebody to teach him. So this is how I look at it. Why would I do that? Why would I be spending the rest of my life trying to pay for a thing that was given to me under false pretenses? That don't make no sense. God, handle this injustice for me. Get this thing out of my way. Move this mountain. This shall not be an issue for me. And we were just talking about the student loan this morning. And when I went and checked my mailbox, I seen this letter. So guess what? I haven't even told him yet. I can't wait to show him this letter from the student loan company. Because if they're going to send me a check for the harm that had been done through this loan, meaning my name is in that settlement. Latasha done got up and jumped her butt in that settlement, and she making sure that I get what's due to me. She making sure that a wrong be corrected by me. So when Biden start getting rid of these student loans, mine is gone. I done did all the writing. I don't have to write them people no more. I don't have to complain to them people no more. I explained to them how they treat me, how they did others and everything. Still, they was like, we don't give a damn. You gonna pay this student loan. And I said, God, this is so unfair. All these people got student loans and these people got over on us. They really did. But I had no idea that they were being sued for the very thing that I'm complaining to God about. So did God right the wrong? Yes, he did. He said his righteous are never forsaken. And lots of people are getting something out of this. Now, I appreciate this $260. I'm not going to complain about the amount. I'm going to add this to my savings account. And every other check that I get from the universe, I'm going to make a savings account for. So when it comes time for me to get my home, guess what type of money will be going into my home? If I'm going to need some money, if I'm going to need money for anything, it will be with this money that came from the ether. So imagine this type of money taking care of a manifestation created by the ether, coming out of the ether, because I can see my home in my mind. I've dreamed about my home, and now it says you're supposed to look for the signs for the very thing that you asked for. I keep seeing the skeleton key everywhere, not even knowing that the very blanket that my daughter bought me and that I wrap up in all the time had the same key on it. I just didn't look down. I didn't look at my surroundings. I didn't pay attention. The only thing made me pay attention was I was listening to a Field of Diamonds audio book, and the guy was talking about when a man finds a fiance and he marries her, his greatest honor is going to purchase her a house. Like, he's worked hard for this house, he saved his money for this house, and he want to pick his wife up and walk her over the threshold. And that word threshold caught me. I was like, man, that is so beautiful. He walked her over the threshold. And then guess what I end up seeing on my blanket? Let me show y'all. You see that threshold? And you see that key? That key is special. That's a skeleton key. My son gave me a key like that as a gift with an amethyst heart on the inside of it. When I just went to Cleveland, Ohio for my second opinion, this very key kept showing up everywhere. I took pictures of the key. I keep seeing this key. My grandbaby came over here this weekend and gave me something that she had, and it was of a key. It was of a key just like the keys that I keep on seeing. And let me see if I can show y'all what the key looks like. Let me see. My sister-in-law had the key yesterday. She was trying to make me put it on the keychain. Oh man, I can't find it right now. I really don't know what she did with it, but I sure would like to show y'all this key. It's such a beautiful, beautiful key. But anyway, I ain't worried about the key. But the key keeps on showing up, in other words. So that is a sign that my manifestation for something is coming. And I already got the master key to it. And the skeleton key opens several things. So what type of key do I got for these doors? I got that key. So this is how you follow your manifestations. When you start to get weary, when you feel like it's taking too long, you should be seeing signs to comfort you, to make you calm down, to make you be like, oh, okay, he's still working on it. Because you got to think about it. When God give you something, from what I've learned, you don't pay. Like it literally it's given to you for free, or the price is so cheap it's dang near free. Ain't no such thing as you can't afford it or you can't handle it right now. God put all the people, all the places, and make the situation fit the situation. Man, you watch that stuff play out after you have gathered all of your pieces, all of your evidence, and you put it together and you just watch it being developed. It's like I'm watching God's hand at play. Just because I keep seeing this key, that means something is coming. I keep on seeing my Oreos, y'all. Remember my story about the Oreos? When I went to get my infusions 2 weeks ago, they asked me, did I want a snack? I said, yeah, I'll take a snack. Guess what my snack was? Oreos. They gave me Oreos. So whatever this key is, it's a good, delicious treat. It's a delight. I'm going to like it, and it's going to be comforting, because most people take their Oreos and they dip it in milk and they sit back and they chill and they wiggle their feet. They take the time to lick the cream out the middle. It's a delicacy that's comforting. So my grandmother that passed on gave me Oreos in my dream, and I'm receiving Oreos in my real reality. So y'all know I ate them Oreos with love. I took my time and licked all that cream out the middle. I sat there and nibbled on each cookie, and I thought about the delight of how smart the word Oreo is. The word Oreo has been around over 100 years, y'all. Oreo's older than us. So Oreos have gathered a lot of information. Oreo's famous. Oreo got movies. Oreo got commercials. Like Oreos be in people movies. Like Oreo is bad. Oreo has traveled all around the world. Oreos have morphed into different types of things. You got milkshakes, you got cakes, you got cookies, you got some type of Oreo recipe. And every day, and when I say every day, since I had this dream about my grandmother a couple of months ago giving me these Oreo cookies, then my husband ended up giving me the Oreo cookies in my Valentine's Day gift. On the same day I had the dream my grandmother gave me the Oreos. The Oreos just keep on showing up. The Oreos is blessing me. Y'all, the Oreos speaking to me. The Oreos is following me. The Oreos is making me where I don't get my mind off of something. Or if my mind go left, the Oreo bring it back to the focus, the center focus. So I got a key and I got Oreos. Y'all, the Oreos is the bomb. The Oreos are special. They were regular Oreos in my dream, but when my husband gave them to me, they turned into gourmet Oreo. See how they morph? They morph into things, and every day I check my freaking news feed, I got a different Oreo recipe. It's something about Oreo. It's something about the Oreo company. It's something about freaking Oreos. Oreos. So whatever Oreos got to deliver, I'm ready for it. And whatever this key, whatever the door is, boy, I'm ready to open that door, because God got to gather all the pieces. He got to put all the people in place. He got to make sure the situation is right. He got to make sure the surroundings is right. He got to make sure everybody say the right thing and do the right thing. He got to make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. He don't leave nothing out. So when you're giving your gift, it's like he personally just handing you this perfect thing that you asked for, but it's way better than what you asked for. So you just put the order in there, and then you just sit back and wait. And when you get discouraged, you just look for clues. That's all I do. But I don't even gotta look for the clues. The clues just show up. Also, one more thing. day before yesterday, we went to go eat, and we parked into a Fridays parking lot, no, a Chili's parking lot, and I parked right next to a Jaguar car, y'all. We went inside the restaurant. They were short-staffed. They didn't wait on us. They didn't bring us no water or anything, so we ended up leaving. End up going to another place, which was called Johnny's Pizza, and they said, well, we close at 6 o'clock. I'm like, well, it's 5:30. She was like, we close at 6 o'clock, meaning, okay, I don't give a dang that it's 5:30. Get your ass up out of here. We trying to get up out of here. Ain't no more food being served here. She could have just told me that, but she just kept saying, we close at 6 o'clock, meaning get up. So we just got up and left. So we came back to our side of town, and we was like, dang, where we gonna eat at? So we went to Longhorn. Y'all, when we went to Longhorn, it was a 20-minute wait. The lady told us to sit in the corner, and she would call us when it was time. Y'all, when I sat down and lifted my head up, the first thing I saw was an older gentleman sitting right across from me. He was trying to get his cards together, right? Guess what he was? He was a Purple Heart vet. He had on the nicest veteran's hat, and he had the Purple Heart sitting right there in the front of it. That's a symbol of my deceased daughter, the Purple Heart. So I saw the Jaguar, which is my father, and I saw the Purple Heart, which is my daughter. Meaning, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Even if I went to them two places and it didn't work out, and I went to the third place, it wasn't meant for me to eat at those two places. I was needed at Longhorn because I had a visitor at Longhorn, which was my daughter. And see, these signs are always there before you get there. So you can't say you placed them there. They already in place. They already where they need to be. But they just morph into different things. So this Purple Heart was an actual veteran, an actual man, an actual veteran. But he had on the Purple Heart gear on his hat. And I tried to take a picture, y'all, but the lady called my name so fast I couldn't even get my phone together. And then I didn't want it to look like I was spying on the little old man. But I just get so happy when I recognize the signs and wonders. The signs give you wonders. The signs gives you an awe feeling. The signs make you so happy because they are where you are. And it's like, how? Like, how did you know I was coming here? Because you're watched. And it's like everything to me is mapped out. It's like a program. It's just, did you get off the program? So even though I went to those two places, I'm thinking, oh my God, we need to just go home. This ain't working. We need to just go home. And all of a sudden, bam, I'm at Longhorn sitting in front of a Purple Heart vet. So I hope this video helps somebody, y'all. I'm just trying to teach you how to play with the universe, play with God, play with what you believe in, to believe in what you believe in instead of just saying you believe in it and don't know why you believe in something. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you like my content, if this helped you out in any way. But y'all write them letters up so you could get them checks in the mail. Love you. Y'all remember when I was looking for the key that my grandbaby gave me and I couldn't find it? I found it. So now I'm going to give you a quick rundown about these keys. This is the threshold key. This is the key my son gave me. This is the key his daughter gave me. You see what kind of key it is? Same kind of key. My son gave me this, and his daughter gave me this. And it still has the heart in the center. But this key here is a bottle opener. So that's like I'm celebrating like a bottle of wine. See, this key is speaking to me. And plus, this is what this key says. It says, the key to happiness is love and the ability to open a bottle. So am I celebrating what? Am I celebrating or what? I am celebrating. I have the master key to something. something. Don't know exactly what, but boy, when I do get it, oh my goodness. Look how beautiful this is. This is my favorite necklace, y'all. I love this necklace so much. You see that? It's got an amethyst in it. The amethyst keep away negativity. So nothing can stop this blessing from coming. And then I wrap myself up in this blanket every day. Every day. You see that? This is how you put the pieces together.